Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the first episode of the Heartslayers podcast. It's good to be back. You're here with your hosts, the most suave, slick, relationshipified experts on the internet, Derrick Acosta and
Meg Turner.
We are back for another season of Heartslayers, and we are looking eager to getting into all the nitty-gritty, diving into the gossip, the interpersonal relationship drama, and helping you, the viewer, sort it all out. Do you have a problem with your loved one, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your significant other, a family member, a friend, a brother, sister, teacher, coworker, or just a stranger on the street?
Just a human being.
Yeah. Call us up. Let us know what's going on. We'll cut through the bullshit and give you the straight talk, the answer you're looking for to dissipate all the drama. We'll get you back to feeling good in no time. Meg, you want to add anything to that?
I'm ready to start helping people.
Well, then let's get to it. Heartslayers Season 2, go. Okay, everybody, we are on the phone here with Aaron. Aaron, you were talking to the Heartslayers, Derrick and Meg. What's happening?
Not much. I just had a question kind of regarding like text and like the importance of how important like missing a text would be. Kind of it's not too serious of a question. I met a girl last summer at like a music festival, and we kind of got along pretty well. We stayed in touch, and but she lived about 2.5 hours from me. So, we just chatted just like friends, and I went and saw her. We went on like, kind of like a date, more just like a hangout to catch up. But I felt like there was a little bit of chemistry there, just something like that. But I wasn't gonna pursue anything. Just the distance and everything, it wasn't really optimal for me, and I'm sure it wasn't for her either. So it was just kind of keep in touch, and maybe down the road, if we end up in similar situations, something could come from it. But then just like we would text about every week or so, and then one week just sent out a text and no response. Um, Even though still added on social media and like some interactions there, like clearly not just wanting to ghost me or anything like that. I was just curious on what y'all's take on like how big of a deal just like not responding is, because in my mind, if I was ever like interested in someone or even just like close friends with someone, like I'm pretty much never going to just not respond to a text. Like it might take me a couple days if it's not something serious or the afternoon or something, but it's just something that for me, I don't think I've ever purposefully anyways just like ignored someone and not got back to them ever. So
Okay, so just to recap, met a girl at a music festival, lived 2-3 hours away, would text once a week, but suddenly she just vanished. She still interacts with you on social media, but she's not really responding to the text messages, huh?
yeah, pretty much. Well, it was really just like one message. It's not like I haven't like sent any. It was like a couple months ago. I haven't like sent any since then. It's not like a constant thing where I'm being ignored.
Were you guys flirting in your text messages?
A little bit. Nothing like really serious flirting, I guess, if that's even a thing. But a little bit, yeah.
Was it? There's a little bit of flirting. Was it a friendship by nature, or was it this ambiguous, like, I like you, I think you like me, and we're being cute and like cheeky with each other?
Yeah, I'd say it's slightly ambiguous. Definitely, definitely like leaning slightly towards friendship, I guess, just because of the distance and everything. And we met through like other friends and have hung out like with other friends. So it wasn't like it wasn't like we met on a first date or something like that. Or, so there's definitely like a friendship there at the heart of it.
Okay.
I think like texting etiquette is so weird because everybody has their own kind of like rules for texting. Whereas like me personally, I always try to get back to people as soon as possible. Whereas I have friends that won't text me back, period.
Yeah, that's
So-
me. I don't respond for days.
And I'll give you
Sometimes,
shit about it. I'm like, hey, did you see my text?
yeah, sometimes I'll text people and be like, "Oh, sorry," and it'll be like a week later, and I'll be like, "Sorry for the delay."
Yeah. So I think like it's on her. I don't think it's really like she was trying to ignore you. or
Yeah, I
anything.
mean, well, you never know. Sometimes I see a message and I think like, "Oh, I'll respond to that," and then I just forget.
Well,
and then
yeah.
I respond days later. But
Yeah.
but also too, you never know. Maybe she started dating somebody, and
And it's weird to text you.
yeah, and she's just paying attention to that person now.
Right.
I don't know. From your story, it sounds like you guys were only texting like once a week, anyways, and so that's like right on the border of
Yeah, of not texting at
yeah,
all.
being in communication and
Yeah,
not
yeah,
being in communication. So if it wasn't moving towards more communication on a more regular basis, then it was bound to move towards less communication.
Right.
Because just once a week is kind of hard to keep in contact with somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, just to clarify, once a week it'd be like, maybe like 3 days on average, like one kind of conversation that lasts a few days. But yeah, and it wasn't anything really serious in my mind. It's not like I haven't even thought of the situation since like I guess maybe before the holidays. But it just had me curious on like other people's opinions
Are you
on
interested in
texting
talking to
etiquette.
this person still?
I mean, yeah, for sure. Like even just as friends and yeah, as friends or to pursue interest if they develop again. But yeah, definitely.
Sounds like you have a crush on this girl. Sounds like you do. Do you have a crush on this girl?
I did a little bit when we first started talking, but like I really haven't thought about it much in a while. I was trying to think of a question that I wanted to come on and
Sure.
talk to you guys, and it was the main thing that came to my mind.
Are you planning on visiting that city anytime soon? Are you heading up there in the future at all?
I don't have any plans. I have some friends that live kind of nearby, maybe like 30 minutes out or so, but I don't have any actual plans to go there at the moment
Well-
either, but I'm sure I'll end up there sometime in the next couple months or so.
Here's my advice then. I do this all the time. Personally, I'm a bad texter. I don't respond to people. But I am also the kind of person where I can pick up a friendship after months or
Oh,
years
yeah.
just like that.
Yeah.
I'll just reach out to a person, even if I haven't seen them or spoken to them for a long time, and I'll just assume like we're still friends.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm like, hey, what's been up?
some people feel like, oh, if you don't talk to me, then the friendship is deteriorating, and they'll like get mad the longer like
Yeah.
you go out of communication. They'll be like, oh, so now you want to talk to me? I'm not that kind of person at all.
No.
I understand, like, hey, you have a life, I have a life. Sometimes we're going to be real close.
Yeah.
Other times we're going to be doing our own thing, but that doesn't bring any ill will or negativity between us. So, that being said, if you're going up there in a few months, when you're heading up, like the week before, I would try to reach out to that person again and just be like, hey, it's been a while since we talked. Hope all is well. I'm going to be in your neighborhood next week. We should grab a bite to eat or hang out.
Yeah.
And just see what they say. I think when it's leading into something that's actually going to result in like a real world activity, people are more likely to respond. She might even respond just to say like, oh, can't do it, but it's nice to hear from you. And
Yeah.
either way, the communication's open again.
Yeah, and she might even be the type of person where she realizes that she missed the text and she's like, oh God, it's too late to respond. So, like, if you
Yeah,
maybe
I've
just
been
kind of
there.
like put your feelers out and hit
This,
her up.
let me tell you, I know the situation you're in now. You sent out a conversation, she didn't respond, so now it's like, well, next time I text her, do I continue that conversation or
no.
do I Guy Fieri meme? This is what Meg always goes with, and
Yeah.
this is the Meg secret trick, and I
Yeah.
fully endorse it. When you want to reach out to somebody, and it's been a while since you've talked, and maybe the conversation was left unfinished, and there's a little bit awkwardness there, send a random meme. image or GIF image,
Yeah.
I recommend Guy Fieri.
Shrek.
Or Shrek is also good.
Same thing.
I've also been known to just throw out a dancing baby GIF.
Yeah.
And I get a good response with that
Bring it
one
back
too.
to 99.
That's called an icebreaker. It's called a conversation starter. You don't have to bring any of the baggage or the awkwardness from past conversations. We're talking about this Shrek GIF now.
Yeah.
So, next time you feel like reaching out to your friend, don't say like, hey, what's up? Just hit him with a Shrek GIF or a Guy Fieri meme and see what kind of response you get.
Yeah, just something I'll need back, lighthearted. Sounds good.
Yeah. And people are probably thinking like, is that Derrick's real advice? Like,
So
I called it a Heartslayers for that, but basically what I'm saying, it works because you're being funny, you're being lighthearted, there's no pressure.
the first conversation I had with my boyfriend, he sent me a meme. He sent me a GIF.
Oh, okay.
It works.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Proof is in the pudding.
On the podcast.
Now she's addicted to this guy.
Yeah.
So,
What can I say?
that could be you. So yeah, if you're going up there in a few months, hit her up, see if she wants to hang out. If you just want to chat and you're missing your friend, hit him with a random GIF or a meme. Try to get the conversation going, starting with a joke. That's my advice to you.
No, I appreciate it. That sounds good.
Awesome.
All right. Well, thanks for the call, and good luck. All right, everybody. We are here on the phone with Max Racer. Max, you were talking to Derrick and Meg, the Heartslayers. What's up?
Not much, you guys, not much. So I've been reading a lot about loneliness, and I was just wondering whether you guys had any thoughts about using the internet effectively to maintain the relationships you have. By that, I mean, do you think that the internet is going in a positive direction or a negative direction in maintaining the relationships that we already have?
Is the internet a
kinda
valuable
existential.
tool for maintaining relationships? What kind of relationships? Friendships, familial relationships, romances? All of the
even
above?
romances, even romances. You think romance can still work on the internet?
Me personally, no. I don't think it can.
Really?
Meg, what do you think?
Like a strictly internet relationship or one
Yes.
that's
Exactly. Like,
so
the
you
internet-
never see the person, period.
Are you currently in a situation, like, are you in an internet romance relationship, Max?
I would say no, but they are someone who shares interests that are a lot really internet related. Like that's a lot of my times spending on the internet. So I was just wondering whether you think that the internet is moving in a direction that we can use that as a basis for a relationship.
I mean, you could meet plenty of people on the internet that you connect with and then like move into a sort of relationship with, but I don't think it could live solely on the internet.
Yeah, I mean, are you in this internet relationship that we're talking about? Maybe it's a hypothetical one. Are you ever going to see this person face to face?
Oh yeah, I will definitely see them, and it's someone that I've been trying to, and in fact did, but our first impression wasn't very good. So I'm not sure, like, if that's something that we could work on, but it's definitely something that I will think about.
Are we talking like a long distance relationship? Why aren't you guys communicating face to face?
I think it is I don't think it's long term or it's not long distance. It's more that it's more of the I guess we're in different stages in our lives, and I'm just trying to gauge whether being on the internet all the time is a good thing for either of us, because that's how we primarily communicate.
No. I don't think
No.
being on the internet all the time is a good thing. I don't
No,
think that's
absolutely
healthy for a
not.
relationship. I think that a relationship to be a fully functioning relationship, it inherently has to go off of the internet. Honestly, I think a big part of being in a relationship is spending time together and not communicating. having like silent, unspoken time together.
Yeah.
That is like the real joy, in my opinion, of being in a relationship, is just being able to be next to somebody and, you know, just
Spend time with them.
be close to them, just be sharing experiences. I find that when you don't have that closeness, you replace it with a lot of needless communication on the internet. It's a lot of like, oh, talk to me. I haven't talked to you. Let's talk. I miss you, blah, blah, blah. And it's this like, obviously this person has a desire to be close, but they can't get it. So they're trying to compensate with all of this like communication. I've been in long distance relationships and they were a chore for me because I felt like it was really monotonous. Same thing day in and day out. And I really feel like that's the problem with having a relationship on the computer. It limits what you can do with your relationship.
Right.
You have to be attached to this machine to have a relationship with this person. You can't go outside. You can't do anything that doesn't involve a computer. And there's so much more to life than being on a computer.
Yeah, like I think it's a good supplemental tool for communication to when you can't be with that person in like a physical sense.
Yeah.
But I don't think that it's a healthy thing to be 100% in an internet relationship.
Yeah, I mean, let's think of the computer as a piece of technology that has evolved out of other pieces of technology. And let's go back 100 years when they didn't have computers. This would be similar to somebody having a relationship that only existed through letters.
Yeah, like a pen pal.
Yeah, like a pen pal. And like we write each other romantic letters and we send each other photos of each other, but we never get to meet face to face. Is that a fulfilling relationship?
Yeah, it's like marrying somebody who's in jail. Like,
Yeah, you got to go on your conjugal visits. Now, I know a lot of people out there met their current boyfriend or girlfriend through the internet, and some people are only, you know, communicating through the internet now. But I think for your question, like, can we base an entire relationship off of just communicating through the computer? You can. I don't think that's going to be a lasting relationship.
Right.
I don't
All
think,
right.
you know, where is that relationship going to go in 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 years or 20 years? Like, what are we looking for out of a relationship? A companion for the rest of our life, or, you know, somebody to entertain us when we're
Yeah.
bored?
Exactly. So I will keep you guys updated on my situation, and I thank you for taking my call.
All right.
Okay.
Well, yeah, please let us know how it all works out. Max, we appreciate
Yeah.
the call.
Love you guys.
Thank you. Good luck. Bye-bye. All right, everybody. We are here with our next caller. We have an anonymous caller. Anonymous caller, you are here with Derrick and Meg, the Heartslayers. What's up?
Hey guys, so I kind of have like an iffy situation. It might make me sound a little douchey. I have an issue with liking 2 different girls, and I'm not sure how I can pick which one I want to be with.
Classic issue, man. That doesn't make you sound douchey. This happens to people all the time.
Just sounds like you have options.
What's, yeah, all right, give us some details. What's going on in your life?
Okay, so let's say girl A. I've liked her a lot for like 5 years, and honestly, it sounds a little cheesy, but I think she's probably my soulmate when it comes to personality, like my perfect aesthetic. Just everything. She's just a perfect girl, and she thinks the same of me too. But then girl B was this girl that I had a thing with in high school, and I don't really how to explain it, but she's like my favorite girl that I've ever like met in my life. Like, she's like my favorite person to be with, to hang out with. And here's another cheesy thing. When I first kissed her, I felt the fireworks feeling. If you guys kind of know what that is, like in your mind, like fireworks just like go off, and I've never felt that with anybody else besides her. So like I feel like that's a little special, but then at the same time, I have this issue with 2 different girls. So I've been talking to girl A for a long time, and girl B, she kind of like fell out of my life for a while until recently she started talking to me again. And then like the same feelings back in the day with her came again, and both of these girls obviously like me. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now.
Okay.
All right. Let me ask you, why do you feel that girl A is your soulmate when you say that girl B is the person you like the most in the world and you feel fireworks when you kiss her?
When it comes to girl A, I would say our personalities clicks a little more. Like types of things we like. Um, doing with the girl B, the girl who with the fireworks.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of like we would just hang out and like make out, and I'm not sure if it was like we our personalities, but it's just like being with her, like just like physically is what is makes me say like she's my favorite person. So I feel like in the long term, probably girl A is better for me. But it's like I want to be with both of them, you know?
Yeah, so girl B, there's like passion, fiery attraction. Girl A, maybe not so much, but you feel like it's more of a steady, comfortable, sure thing. Am I reading that correctly?
Exactly. But there's attraction with it's not like that intense, like, you know, fireworks feeling with girl at B, you know?
Are either of these girls like your girlfriend? Are you committed to either one of them?
Not at the moment. I've dated both of them,
Mm.
and they kind of fell off with different circumstances. But like I said, I'm still talking to both of them. Girl B just recently got back into my life, and it's like I have the feeling that I'm gonna have to pick, and it's like I'm not really sure if I'm gonna make the best decision which girl I pick.
Yeah. Are you guys in college right now?
I'm currently out of college. I'm 26, so I'm a little old, but I'm working right now so I can save up so I can move out.
Uh-huh.
But the goal is go back to school. Yes.
Okay.
And these girls are the same age as you are?
Yes, yes they are.
Okay. All right. Well, let me ask you this. Do they how would they feel if you committed to neither one of them and just were dating multiple people?
How would they feel?
Yeah.
I wouldn't want either of them to know that.
Why?
Because it would probably hurt their feelings, and I mean,
So that's how they would feel. They wouldn't like it.
yeah, because they both like me, and I feel like they both are ready to be committed to me.
Okay. Good for them. But maybe that's just not something that's possible. Maybe you're not ready to commit to a single person, you know? And if that was the case, would that be, in your opinion, a deal breaker for them if they found out, like, oh, you're seeing other girls? Well, I'm out of here. Is that what would happen?
It's hard to say. I mean, I feel like they would be understanding because I'm obviously not committed to them, either of them right now.
Yeah.
Do you want to commit to either one of them?
Yeah, I would love to commit to both of them. I mean, one of them, but it's just like I have that decision of picking which one.
Well,
You know
Well,
what I
so
mean?
it sounds like you don't want to commit to either one of them. It sounds like you
That's
want to
the
date
thing.
both of them.
Yeah, that's my issue. I mean,
Well, then
that-
we figured it out, man. Your issue is that you don't know what you want because you can't admit to yourself that you want to date both of them.
okay, I see what you're saying.
I mean, maybe I'm not even saying like you should date both of them or you should try to date both of them,
no.
but it sounds like you want to.
Well, yeah, but like, would you want to commit to like a long-term thing with either one of them?
Yeah, I would love to. So. Do you think I should just decide which one I'd rather be with?
Yeah, like which one can you see yourself with for like a long-term thing?
Okay, so yeah, that was, I guess, having to just. It's a tough choice.
Yeah, and like I don't think I could date two people at the same time. And I don't even think I would
Yeah.
want to do that. Just
Sounds like a chore.
Yeah, having the girlfriends I've had in the past, that would not be fun.
No.
I would just want one girlfriend. But
Yeah, and I mean, it sounds cheesy, but I'm a romantic, so it's like I want to be with that one girl. I wouldn't want to date two different people.
okay, all right. Okay, so you don't want to date two people at the same time.
No, I definitely wouldn't.
Well, but it seems like you are. So I understand your predicament. I don't know. It's tough. I think this is a hard question for us to give advice to because you are the person at the center of this love triangle, of this emotional storm. And you're the only person that knows all the relevant details and pertinent information. You know your whole life story and all of your past experiences, and you know how every relationship reminds you of past relationships that you liked and past relationships that you want to avoid. You know the nuance of, what you want out of a relationship.
Right.
I can't say who's better, girl A or girl B. You might find that fiery passion with girl A as you guys get closer over time. You might find that you have more in common with girl B than you thought as you guys pursue a relationship. Or you might find that you discover new things that neither of you knew you had in common.
I think it's just kind of taking one of them out of the equation and seeing like how you're feeling at that point.
You said you were with girl A or seeing her for a while and girl B was out of the picture. Girl B's your ex-girlfriend, kind of, who's come back in the picture.
Yeah, she was kind of like a high school fling.
Yeah.
That type of thing.
Did it end badly in the past? Was there drama there, a breakup or anything?
Honestly, between both of them, there was nothing bad that happens. There was no drama. It was just kind of this thing is where you kind of move on, or certain situations happen where it doesn't work anymore. But it wasn't ever like negative.
Okay. And how have things been going with girl A? What's the relationship like there?
So we've been dating for on and off for a couple of years, and we live like 2 hours away from each other, so it's not like a thing where we get to see each other all the time.
Okay.
But when we get to see each other, it's like the most amazing thing. Like I mentioned earlier that I honestly believe that she potentially is my soulmate because how much things we have in common. I mean, I love her, and she's just perfect in every way. But so I feel like I should probably go with girl A and go like you said with her.
Does girl B live in the same town as you?
No, girl B lives far away too, so I don't get to see both of them as much as I can.
Dude, what is with all these long distance relationships? Who lives closer to you?
Girl A, definitely.
Go with her. Easy. That's just going to be the easier relationship.
That makes sense.
You get to see her more often. You say she's your soulmate.
Yeah.
Girl B, you have a history with. And honestly, that fiery passion.
That could always fizzle out.
A lot of times that fiery passion is like this twisted thing of when you're young, you have like too many emotions and hormones running through your head. And it kind of like imprints on you.
Yeah.
And these people, these early relationships from like high school era, they trigger these deep emotional responses in you because of all the hormones you were experiencing at the time you met that person. Everybody's first relationship and high school relationship is like the most emotionally involved one.
Yeah.
A lot of people on some level never get over those relationships because when they think of like the first time they had those feelings, it reminds them of that person and they've kind of put that person on a pedestal.
Right.
So you need to be weary of that when you talk about this relationship with this girl from high school. It might just be pining for the way things used to be.
Yeah, that's 100% right. I mean, I do have her on a pedestal, and I probably shouldn't have her on there. That makes a lot of sense what you just said about the feelings in high school, and you're probably right.
Yeah, dude, when you're in high school and you've like never kissed a girl, you've never like had sex, this whole like run up to like getting physical with somebody, like it's really exciting. It's like a roller coaster. And so a lot of relationships that come after that, they don't have that exciting ramp up to it. And in a way, you kind of feel like, oh, I'm never going to feel that again. And you may not. But that doesn't mean that that relationship was the best relationship you ever had or was the healthiest relationship you ever had. It was probably just the most emotional relationship you ever had.
And I think that could kind of hinder like an adult relationship now that you're not in high school.
Yeah. Just based on this conversation, I would say stick with girl A. Honestly, man, they both live far away from you, so you don't have to commit to either one of them. You might meet a girl who lives locally
Yeah.
who is a combination of girl A and girl B. We'll call her girl C.
Okay.
She might come along. So I guess my advice is go with girl A for now if you want to pursue a relationship. She's closer to you. You seem to really care about her. You say she's your soulmate.
Yeah.
But if these girls live hours away from you and you're not seeing them on a daily basis anyways, I don't really see a point into rushing into like committing into a long-term relationship.
Yeah.
These things might just it might just sort itself out if you just let it play out and see how it goes. One girl might be like, "Hey, I'm thinking about coming closer to you. Man, let's spend some time together," and the relationships will just develop. So you don't have to rush anything.
Yeah, I get you. Maybe I'm just overthinking it, and I just need to let it flow.
Yeah, and especially if girl B has just suddenly shown up, she might just suddenly fly
Disappear.
away too.
Yeah, and girl A is gonna be there, so
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
don't want to be in that stupid situation where you tell one girl like I can't be with you because I'm gonna be with this girl, and then that girl disappears, and then you're stuck with nobody.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that would be horrible.
yeah, I would
Well-
stick with girl A. And you know what? You can remain friends with girl B. You don't even have to change your relationship or cut her off. But just don't pursue a romance there.
Right.
Make it a friendship. And maybe down the road that friendship will turn back into a romance. Maybe the thing with girl A won't work out, and you don't have to make an enemy out of either of these girls.
Right.
So
Yeah, I guess it's nice to have someone to follow. This girl A doesn't work. I get you.
Yeah, I mean, just stay friendly, be a good guy, be a nice guy. The best thing you can do, I think, is just try not to lead either one of them on.
Yeah.
If
Like
you
I
wanna-
wouldn't keep girl B like as a backup plan. Or
Yeah, I wouldn't
anything.
keep her as a backup. I wouldn't make her think that you want to be with her if you don't intend on being with her. You might want to be with her, but you don't intend on being with her. And so don't let her think that you do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I
Yeah.
get you.
Because a lot of times in a relationship, for various reasons, you'll want to be with somebody. And so you kind of keep it going, even though in the back of your mind, like, this is never going to work, but I want it. And you just like do all this stupid stuff. Be practical about it. Is it
Yeah.
actually going to work out? When you take all the emotion away, is there something that's really viable here? If not, don't bother.
Yeah, I get you.
Cool. Well,
Well-
you know what? Call us back. Let us know which girl you go
Yeah.
with and how the conversation goes. We'd love to get an update from you.
Please.
I will. Thank you. You guys are so awesome, and I'm so glad Heartslayers is back.
Yeah,
Thank
we're happy to be
you.
back. Thank you for your call. All right, everybody, we are here with Random Ortiz Jr. Random Ortiz, you were talking to Derrick and Meg, the Heartslayers. What's happening?
I'm doing pretty good. Recently, well, let me say more recently. It was more like about July of last year. I actually met somebody on a dating app, which was a first for the first time.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah. Usually those things don't work out. I always either end up talking to a bot or a hooker. So
Oh no.
Oh,
Jeez.
yeah,
which is worse?
yeah. I know they say dating apps are pretty bad for women, but guys get it tough too.
I know.
Clearly.
But you found somebody now.
Yeah. So I did find someone. The only issue is that she's about 2.5 hours away. So I live out on the East Coast. I know you guys are not too familiar with the East Coast, but I live out in Jersey. And she lives in Queens, New York. So transportation wise, that's like 2.5 hours.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's a bit of a long distance. But ever since July of last year, we pretty much kept in touch, talking to and through Facebook Messenger, and yeah, like almost every day we've been chit chatting and getting to know each other, and yeah, it's been doing pretty good. We actually met in person back in November,
Okay.
and yeah, we hanged out. She showed me around. I actually met her over there in Queens, and yeah, she showed me around. We had a good time. We did hookah. We did She showed me a lot of the eating spots there too. So we actually had a good time, and if anything, that got us closer.
That's great.
Okay, so what's your question?
Um, just want to get your like advice or like if you guys ever had like um I'm sorry if you had any like in the past had any long distance relationships and any advice to like keep it going.
Yeah, I hate long distance relationships. I'm going to get a reputation on this show
Yeah.
because I do nothing but shit on long distance relationships. I think they suck.
I mean, and to a certain extent, they absolutely do
Yeah,
suck.
and I'm saying that having been there. My long distance relationship was probably the second worst relationship I ever had.
Really?
And it wasn't because the girl wasn't awesome. She was one of the top 3 girls I ever dated. It was the distance that fucked up the relationship.
Yeah.
It made it impossible to maintain. It was not fun having a long distance relationship. I'm assuming you're not having fun currently in your long distance relationship, right?
Well, no, I am actually having fun. We have like our chemistry is really good, which is why I'm still like talking to her.
Yeah.
Like we have almost everything in common. Like I don't know, the chemistry is just there. You know, we have the same sense of humor, and yeah, we just our conversations are like flow like water. So
So
Honestly,
why
just
don't you
like-
move out to Queens and be with her then?
hey, actually, I've kind of looked into it, but
Oh,
you know,
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
not
I'm
gonna
so
rush
bad.
into anything. Yeah.
wait, what? What was that?
No, I'm not gonna like rush into anything like that, but like
that's smart.
thinking about moving like trying to move back up to North Jersey, which makes it's a bit closer to Queens. Like more it cuts down in half like 40 minutes as opposed to 2.5 hours.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's what you got to do. I think, honestly, you could probably find a girl in your own town who is just as good as this girl. She's into the same stuff you're into, has the same sense of humor you have, thinks you're hot, wants to do you all the time.
Or
But if you're not gonna look for that in your own town, then yeah, go pursue this girl. But please don't just live 2.5 hours away from her for like years and years and years
yeah, 'cause
and
that
like
sucks.
talk online every day and like
and I think like you guys need to kind of like, because I am currently in a long distance relationship, and he probably hates me for it. But
I don't hate you for that.
thank you, not for that, but like I think you guys need to think up like a plan to see each other more often than like random weekend trip like every 4 months or whatever.
When
you
I
know?
was in my long distance relationship,
Here we go.
my girlfriend I live in San Diego, she was in San Francisco. It was like a $300 plane ticket.
Yeah.
Whenever we wanted to see each other.
Yeah.
Which was a nightmare.
I know.
Like
I'm in that situation right now.
We wanted to see each other 3 times a month. That's like $1,000 we got to spend.
know.
And then that's just the plane ticket. You can't just like sit on the couch and watch Netflix
Yeah.
when you spend $300 to go see a person. So we're going out to eat.
Yeah.
It costs so much more money to
I know.
maintain.
I know.
So there's that. And then every time we saw her, I saw her. There was not more than one
We.
boyfriend. It was just me. There was just all this like pressure I felt to make the visit like really special and like I don't know, sometimes I would feel guilty because I would be like tired from my daily life, like working, or I'd have to go to work and I couldn't just drop everything because my girlfriend was in from out of town. And, I don't want to bring my girlfriend to work with me. So,
Right.
it was weird stuff. Like I feel like I'm ignoring her because I have a job. That stuff wouldn't happen when you're in
Well,
a regular
yeah.
relationship. So I just feel like it adds all of these unnecessary challenges. Relationships are hard enough to begin with.
No, like I'm completely with you on that aspect. Like it's definitely a challenge, but you find ways to work through it.
Not me. I'm lazy. I'm not up for the challenge. I want my relationship to be easy. I want my
Yeah.
relationship to be a fucking slam dunk, grand slam. Like,
Okay, but some people are willing to put up with those challenges for like a while until it's no longer long distance.
sure. Not me, though.
Okay.
Not me. I see the beauty in just simplicity. I don't want to overcomplicate. My life is complicated enough.
That's fair.
I just need somebody who is chill. They're there. They're there
Chill
for
in
me.
there.
I'm there for them. Like, I like close distance relationships.
That's
That's
fine.
me.
That's fine.
You know, it's funny too. When we started talking on the dating app, I noticed that she was from Queens, and I was like 2 seconds away from like not talking to her again. But like, we just kept talking, and yeah, just went from there.
Yeah, like I mean, I'm in that sense like I didn't like long distance relationships until I met my boyfriend, and I think that he's worth the long distance.
I think personally that that people have types.
Yeah.
I don't think that. I think that there's somebody out there that's exactly like me. Honestly, there's another Derrick Acosta out there. He wears, the stupid tie-dye clothes, and he has the mustache, and he's a funny guy. I don't think I'm so unique that if you were attracted to me, that I'm irreplaceable, that you could never find another person like me. And inversely, I feel like the same thing about these long-distance relationships. The things that I liked in my girlfriend who lived far away, I was able to find in a person who was close to me. And when I found that person who was close to me, I discovered all these other things that were even better about that person just because we spent, we were close to each other, spent a lot of time together. So Meg can't agree with me because she's in a long distance relationship.
I think it's personal preference.
If she says, Derrick, you're right, then she's going to have an
I'm not
existential
saying that you're
crisis.
right.
I know you're not saying that I'm right. You can't say that I'm right. But, it happens. People get into long distance relationships, and then you feel like you're locked in. You feel like you're stuck because you're like, well, I love this person, and this is a shitty situation, and I would avoid it to begin with, personally. Because now look at the mess you got yourself in. You're calling Heartslayers, being like, what do I do?
Well, a solution is you guys can meet halfway. Like, then that cuts your commute half.
I think, look, if you're going to be in a long distance relationship, you guys are going to need to plan to spend a week at a time together on a semi-regular basis.
Yeah.
It's, in my opinion, it's not a real relationship if you're not having face-to-face time together on a regular basis. The more regular it is, the more of a relationship it is.
I agree.
A relationship by nature is like sharing your life with somebody. You're not sharing your life with somebody if you don't see them. If they live hours and hours away, they don't really have an effect on your life.
Yeah.
They can't cheer you up when you're sad. They can't, tell you that your outfit sucks when you need to hear that.
Yeah.
You need somebody in your life who's right here with you. And there's just certain things that are going to be incapable when you need to talk to them over the phone or over the computer. So, Random Ortiz, you're already in this situation. I'm not saying get out, but you're gonna need to bridge that distance somehow. Short of moving down there, just start having some extended visits. Are you guys in school? Are you working, or what's your situation? How much free time do you have?
Well, no, we are working. Let's see. Well, no, we're definitely not in school. I mean, I'm in my late 20s. She's in her early 30s.
Okay.
So, yeah. And that was another thing too. Our age gap is about 4, which is not a problem. But
it's not an age gap. That's nothing at all. Yeah, talk about taking a trip somewhere together.
Yeah.
Both of you need to leave your hometowns and go to a third place together. That way you're both fishes out of water, and you can have that shared experience, and that's going to be some real relationship stuff happening there. So that's my advice to you.
Really good point.
Yeah, take a trip somewhere. Go up to, I don't know. Go to...
Go Boston or something. Go to Canada.
That's what I was going to say. Go to Canada. You ever been to Canada?
Yes, I have. It's great.
Yeah, go to Canada with your girl. Take her there. Have a little romantic getaway.
She does travel a lot, so maybe we'll figure something out.
I would try that, and I think if you guys had a trip together, then you'd get a real taste of what it's like to spend some extended time together. You would either think man, this is great, maybe we should consider like moving closer to each other. Or it's like, you know what? I like this better when I talk to you like over the phone.
Oh.
Yeah, it'll reveal some stuff.
Yeah.
That is true. Like once you get to know somebody, especially like on like a vacation type level, you start learning more about their personality deeper.
Yeah, because for me, the whole, like, when I talk about how they visit and it puts pressure on, I felt like I'm your boyfriend, but I have to play host. And, like, I don't want to play host. I just want to be a boyfriend. But going on a trip, like, neither of you has to play host. You're on equal territory there.
Right.
And that's really, like, too, that's fundamental to a relationship. There needs to be some equality. And the long distance thing, there's always, like, you're coming to my house. I'm going to your house.
Yeah.
You know, one of you is always host and guest, and there's like some inequality there. So I'd say going on a vacation together will put you guys on an even playing field. So that's my advice to you. Take a trip together.
Yeah, definitely. I'll look into that.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks for the call, Random Ortiz. Hope it all works out.
Good luck.
All right, thank you guys.
All right, everybody. We do take emails here at Heartslayers as well. If you can't call us, you can send your question to heartslayers@mega64.com. Today, we're going to take an email question from somebody who goes by the name Honest Girl. And the message reads, Hi, Derrick and Meg. I am a 21-year-old, mostly heterosexual female who has never been in a relationship, also never kissed anybody, and just in general never been in a state of mutual attraction with another individual. To many people's surprise, though, I have asked out guys before and been rejected and have been told that this may be because my approach is too straightforward. When I ask someone out, I definitely state that we would be going on a date. None of this hanging out or getting coffee bullshit. My best friend and I have coined this behavior as being a real man's, and this is a motto that I live by. However, I do realize that this can scare some people off, and maybe, especially in my case, guys may find it disorienting that I am a small, inconspicuous Asian schoolgirl with such big dick energy. The reason I'm looking for tips on how to do this is because recently I think I've started developing feelings for a person. Let's call them Kay. Kay and I have been friends for a while now, and last weekend we met up at a party and basically spent the whole night chatting with each other. Kay was very sweet to me the whole night. There was a lot of nice moments, too many to go into detail here, but it seems that one of Kay's friend, let's call them Jay, is into me, and it took a turn when it seemed like Kay was trying to act as a wingman for his friend. Jay has been following me on social media for quite a while. I never followed back, because we have never officially met or even had a conversation. Kay never did officially introduce the two of us, but Kay asked me what I thought of Jay, and I told him I wasn't interested. Later that night, I got home. Kay messaged me telling me to follow Jay back on social media. I replied, why, is he into me? And Kay, like a bashful junior high kid, replied, I don't know, just do it, lady. So I did, and our conversation ended there. Jay also added me on Facebook, so I suspect he may be trying to holla sometime in the future. Now, it is the week after the party, and I'm still thinking of Kay and wondering about the best way to express my interest. I have a feeling that Kay may also be interested in me, but is holding back because of Jay. If I were me last year, I would just ask Kay on a date, potentially scaring him off and breaking our friendship, and also putting a weird strain on his friendship with Jay. What should I do? Honest girl.
Oh boy.
All right, so Little Miss Big Dick Energy
That BDE.
scares away guys by being too direct. Now has a crush on a guy and doesn't want to be direct, doesn't want to scare him away. But this guy is acting coy because maybe he has a friend who's into honest girl. There's a lot of issues at play here in this question, so
Yeah. I don't even know where to begin.
let's begin with the quote-unquote big dick energy
Okay.
and the motto that she lives by, being a real man's.
Multiple mans.
Knock that shit off. Knock it off. Knock it off. What do you...
It's unnecessary.
why are you putting all this pressure on people? Like, you can't just walk up to somebody and be like, you want to go on a date? Because the answer will always be nope. You're asking for
Yeah. It's so much pressure.
Yeah, that's just wrong. That's not how you go about it. I'm sorry. Nobody ever taught you, so luckily you're talking to the Heartslayers here, and I'm giving you some tough love, but you can handle it because, you know,
Big dick energy.
you've got that big D energy, so you can handle straight talk. People don't like being confronted with potential romance. It doesn't matter if you're a guy or a girl.
Yeah, because I think, like, especially with a first date situation,
It's a turnoff.
Yeah, you're supposed to, like, be finding out if you have a connection with somebody, like, without pressure.
Yeah, and also, like, it's not fun.
No.
If there's no chase, if there's
This
no
is a date.
mystery. Yeah. This is a date, and I'm going to schedule you in, and we're going to go
I'm
to
penciling you in for a date.
Benihana, and I'm going to order the steak, but no onion, because we will be kissing afterwards.
And you will be paying for it.
At 7:30 p.m., prepare for a kiss. That's so unromantic.
Yeah.
The nature of romance is mysterious and magical by nature.
What's wrong with coffee, too?
Yeah, like, you need to get people on a date. It is a date, but it's not a date. It's
Yeah.
both at the same time.
Yeah.
And you need to get them in this headspace of,
Wondering if it's a date.
do I like this person? Do I not like this person? Am I free to not like this person? You know,
Right,
and
yeah.
that's when it comes to dating and relationships, people need that freedom to make the decision on their own.
Mm-hmm.
And if you come out explicitly saying, we are going on a date, then you've taken the freedom away from them. You've taken the power away from them,
Yeah.
and you don't really leave them the option of getting to know you and getting to figure out if they even want to date you. And that's, like, at its core what we call putting too much pressure on the situation.
Exactly.
This person has to, like, acknowledge that not only are they attracted to you, but they want to date you.
Right, because it sounds like it was somebody that you're friends with. And so just specifically saying we're going on a date, like, blows my mind.
Yeah, you need to learn how to be flirty and cute and not take it over the edge.
Right, because it would be implied if it was somebody from, like, a dating app or something. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm going on a date with this person, but it should be
But
up
even
in
that,
the air.
but
Well,
even
yeah.
that, you don't say we're
No,
going on a date.
no.
It's implied, you know, the hints are there,
Yeah.
the clues are there. But that's the thing with a relationship too. Like, that person needs to know and be able to pick up on the cues.
Exactly.
If they can't do that, then they're not right for you.
No.
If they don't understand you without you having to explicitly state your intentions, then it's probably not, like, mentally you guys aren't matching up.
Right.
So I would practice being coy with the boys that you like.
Yeah.
Being flirty, you know.
Like, just put the vibe out there.
Yeah, dangling the carrot in front of them. Make them think that it's their idea,
Mm-hmm.
that they like you and want to go on a date with you. And honestly, make it seem like, yeah, you're available, but you're kind of not available too.
And-
because being too available is unattractive.
Yeah, and I was just gonna say, like, I don't think there's anything wrong with being like, oh, do you want to go get coffee? Do you want to go get dinner? Whatever.
Yeah.
You can absolutely put your feelers out there and say that, like,
Uh-huh.
put the hook out there, but don't be like, we're going on a dinner date.
Yeah, and, like, the nature of dating and relationships, it's very it flips back and forth between it is a date, it's not a date.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to date this person. I don't want to date this person. Even when you're attracted to somebody, and even when you've been dating somebody for, like, a few weeks and you're in a new relationship, it still flips.
Yeah.
You're in a new relationship and it's like, okay, I have a girlfriend or I have a boyfriend, but then you're thinking, like,
But what if I didn't?
we're approaching week 2. I can still get out of this if I want, you know. I'm not committed. So that ambiguity, it lasts for a long time,
Yeah.
and it's a good thing. It's what this game of love is all about, and it sucks, you know. I get it. Like, you don't want to deal with the bullshit of knowing or not knowing. Like, is this a romance or is it not? But
Right.
you have to understand that's what romance is. That's what this love thing is all
Yeah.
about. It's a game.
And you have to be on the same page as somebody else. Because, like, if you're just like, we're going on a date now. You don't even know if that person is interested in you.
Yeah. And really, like, nobody wants to date somebody that is less cool than them. Nobody wants to date down.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to date up. So you have to make this person feel like they have a rare opportunity to go on a date with you, that this is a really special thing and they should be really excited about it. And when you kind of just like flop it all out there, it's like, I don't know if I want that,
guess.
you know? When you give it all to them at once, suddenly they don't want it. But when you're kind of like, maybe, they're like, no, let's do it. Let's figure it out. So.
Yeah, and I think some guys might be intimidated, like, as well by that, like, just springing it upon them, you know?
Yeah, and I don't know if even guys are necessarily intimidated. I just think guys don't like that.
Right.
I think, and I don't think girls like that either.
No.
Like, if some bro came up to you and he's like,
We're going on a date.
sup? And he like pulls up his shirt, he's like, look at all these muscles. Do you want to go hang out with me?
No.
Yeah, no.
I'm good.
And I hope people out there listening don't think I'm trying to like give douchebag advice.
No, like
but
there's nothing wrong with being confident or sure of yourself in that situation, but I just think being more subtle about it is a smarter approach.
yeah, I just legitimately believe that the nature of like dating and relationships, there is a little bit of like playing with the other person, and there is like this there's a mystery to it that really nurtures those romantic feelings.
Yeah.
It's in this mystery of wondering if somebody likes you or not, where you really start to develop strong feelings. You find yourself thinking about this person more than you should.
Yeah.
And it's like, I've been thinking about this person all day. I've been wondering if they like me or not. Why have I been thinking about this person so much? And then when you see them, you're really happy. You're really happy to see them and you're excited. And when it's just like dialed in, like date Saturday, 8:00, I like you. Don't question it. That person is not spending all day thinking about you.
No.
And if they are, they're probably thinking like, do I have something better to be doing at 8:00 on Saturday?
Yeah, how do I
Like,
get out of this?
yeah, so you really want to get them in that space where they are like excited about you, they're wondering about you, they're thinking about you. They don't have all the information, you know, and that's where these relationships kind of grow out of.
Yeah.
And this is why people always tell, you know, they give the advice to new lovers, like, don't take things too fast. Don't push things too fast. This is like, you know, it's the same as like rushing to like having a kiss within the first hour of your date.
Oh,
it's like,
yeah.
whoa, just cool it. Like, let's just have fun, like relax.
Yeah.
So that's part one. Don't do the being a real man's thing anymore. Keep some mystery to yourself. You'll have about 100% more success.
Yeah.
I think from now on, if you just ask some guys if they want to hang out and you're thinking it's a date, but you're not telling that to them, you're going to find you have a lot of dates lined up.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to your friend, Kay, do this with that person.
Yeah.
Start spending more time with Kay and start being a little flirty with Kay. But don't make it so like, I'm into you. Can we make this happen?
I would also stress that you're not into Jay again,
Yeah.
because he doesn't seem to understand that, or he's really trying to wingman for
I'm
his
not
friend.
even considering Jay at this point
Yeah.
because for the purposes of this conversation here on Heartslayers,
Heartslayers.
Heartsplainers, I'm mansplaining on Heartsplainers. Who gives a F what Jay thinks or what Jay wants? You're not into Jay.
No.
You don't care about Jay. You're into Kay. If that's going to mess up their friendship, then how good is that friendship to begin with?
That's true.
Oh, this girl picked you over me? I
Fuck
can't hang out
you.
with you anymore, asshole. That has nothing to do with Kay and Jay's relationship. This is all about who you like.
Yeah.
And frankly, you get to be the boss of who you like.
Yeah, and
That's
if,
your call.
If Kay says like, "Oh, I don't want to put Jay in like a weird situation," that's his fucking prerogative, and you can move on and find somebody else.
But if you're doing it right, like I've explained, Kay is not even going to know what situation. He's going to be like, well,
What friend?
Jay likes her, but I don't know. I kind of like her too. I wonder if she likes me. I wonder if she likes me more than Jay. I kind of, maybe I want to ask her out on a date. And when you've got this guy thinking all those things, he's wrapped around your finger. And at that point, you're in.
Yeah.
You're in, honest girl. That's where you want to be. So get flirty with the guys you like. Don't try to pin them down too fast. Let them enjoy the chase. And you should try to enjoy the chase too.
Yeah.
It's fun when you're first starting to get to know somebody and you don't know, like, I don't know if they're into me. Like, I find them attractive. And then you think like, I'm starting to think they might like me. Like, it makes you feel good. And then you're
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm pretty sure they're into me. Yeah. Oh, it's like, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun to have these things develop organically. And if you're just trying to skip all that, you're missing out on like some of the best parts of having a new relationship.
Exactly.
That's like the discovery, and that's called falling in love. It's fun. So
It's a process.
yeah, have fun with it. Don't treat it like a job. Don't treat it like a military drill.
No.
Have fun. All right. Well, we appreciate the email, honest girl, big dick energy.
Yeah.
Good
Enjoy
luck.
it.
Yeah. Hope it all works out. Okay, everybody, that's our show for today. We want to thank you for tuning in, and we want to remind everybody out there that if you subscribe to the Mega 64 Patreon for just $1, you get access to all of these episodes 1 week early. If you have any of your own takes on the issues that we handled today, you want to give your own advice, go ahead and leave a comment in the YouTube section below. We read the comments. They're entertaining. Sometimes they're insightful. Sometimes we learn some stuff from what you have to share. You can get all the Heartslayers updates if you follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Just look up Heartslayers. You can follow me on Twitter. I am at Gustavo.
And I am at Furnace Woods.
We are going to be back every week this season. We used to be bi-weekly, but you know what? We like doing this so much, we can't stay away from you guys. So we'll be back every single Tuesday at 4 p.m. on the dot, answering your calls. Don't miss an episode. We'll
Join our Discord.
Yeah, join our Discord. We'll see you in just 7 days. Bye-bye.